The move follows the launch of a $1.5 million presidential empowerment scheme aimed at providing seed capital to ex-combatants. Last Friday, Special Presidential Investment Advisor Paul Tungwarara unveiled the initiative, promising each province $150,000 in interest-free loans for war veterans. However, the ZNLWVA faction led by Andries Mathabila views the scheme with deep suspicion, alleging it is a politically motivated attempt to silence dissent and quell resistance to the so-called 2030 agenda, a perceived effort to prolong Mnangagwa's rule beyond his constitutional term. Mathabila minced no words in his criticism, stating, "First of all, this latest offer to war veterans is an attempt to divide or to dislodge us from an excellent relationship we have with the public." He questioned the timing and motivation behind the scheme, asking, "Why target war vets when all Zimbabweans are struggling? They want to make us look bad, selfish and greedy in the eyes of the suffering public." He further accused the government of attempting to manipulate the veterans, saying, "They are creating all these suspicious schemes to appease veterans so that we don't keep on mounting pressure on the government while also trying to contain us and create bad relations for us with the masses." Mathabila was adamant that his faction would not be swayed by such tactics. "We refuse that kind of bribery and hoodwinking," he declared, before raising concerns about the source of the funds. "You ask yourself about the origins of the money because ordinarily it has to come via the line Ministry of War Veterans or Social Welfare Ministry, not from someone's pocket." His sentiments were echoed by Andrew Ndlovu, a former regional zone commander for the Zimbabwe People's Revolutionary Army, ZPRA, who labeled the War Veterans Fund bogus and designed to sow division among former fighters. "In the first place, the money was not given to those who are vocal, but to the ZANU-PF War Veterans League," he said. "At the end of the day, the fund would leave veterans of the liberation struggle more divided than ever." A simple calculation reveals the paltry sum each veteran would receive. With a conservative estimate of 20,000 war veterans, each would receive less than $100, a sum Mathabila deemed an insult and insufficient to start any meaningful project. "It is an insult. Why can't they give us the special grants?" he questioned. He reiterated his faction's call for Mnangagwa to step down, stating, "They have failed and we call upon ordinary people that put them into office to remove them." The pushback from some war veterans comes as Mnangagwa's loyalists are reportedly campaigning to extend his term by 2 years from 2028, when he is legally obligated to retire. Ziambi, a politician who has been doing all the bidding for the 2030 agenda, lost the party's primary elections ahead of the August 2023 elections to Mercy Dinha. He proceeded to contest the elections and lost again but was, however, appointed minister. Observers suggest the extension campaign is an attempt to sideline Vice President Constantine Chiwenga in the succession race and protect the interests of the incumbent's allies and family. Cephas Nkube, leader of a ZNLWVA faction supporting the 2030 agenda, defended the Presidential War Veterans Fund. "We will develop a plan for those with bigger projects," Nkube said. "If our funds are depleted, we will request additional funding from our funder," highlighting the project proposals that require funding. "Those who are not interested in participating should not come seeking funds, but they will regret missing this opportunity." Tungwarara, who launched the project, remained tight-lipped when questioned about the fund's details. However, he was seen in Bulawayo distributing $200 and hampers to war veterans who attended the fund's launch in the city.